welcome to my first ever YouTube tutorial. I'm new to this, so we're just gonna have fun. This video today is going to be an eyebrow tutorial. I'm gonna start y'all with real simple, and then we're gonna get into the real nitty-gritty in another video. But I know y'all see them eyebrows, and I know y'all like them eyebrows, and I know y'all wondering how to accomplish those eyebrows. So if you're wondering, I advise you to keep watching this video because I will be telling you everything you need to know about eyebrows. So let's get into it. This is my lovely client, Sheree. She is jamming to the music, looking at the TV, basically everything she ain't supposed to be doing, but you can't help it because my suite is a vibe. When I'm doing your makeup, we're going to vibe. Now I'm starting off by lightly tracing the outline of the bottom of her brow. Really, like, I keep a light hand with eyebrows because you can always add, but it's harder to take away. So as we get to the beginning of the brow, I'm light as a feather with my strokes, with my hands, everything. I'm light as a feather towards the beginning of the brow. But I do increase my pressure as I get to the arch and the tail because that should be the darkest part of your eyebrow. The front should very much give ombre, right? So as y'all can see, I am making small strokes throughout the whole brow. Small strokes, light strokes. When I get to the front, I'm making the hair like strokes in the front. Now you're going to see me continue to do repetitive movements because I'm just trying to get the brow to where I want it to be, as dark as I want it to be, as shaped as I want it to be. I'm just trying to really get it there. So I'm continuing to just do small strokes, light strokes, and following the shape of her brow. That is very important. And this is why I advise people to come with their eyebrows groomed. And I advise, even if you're doing your own eyebrows, if you do your eyebrows with a clean surface, you are going to see such a big difference, especially because eyebrows is what usually is very tricky to a lot of people. I need y'all to pay attention to me because now it's time to carve out those brows. I am using the Born This Way by Too Faced concealers. Two colors, in the color vanilla and in the color caramel. I did mix them together for this shade because vanilla is very light and caramel is more of her skin tone. But I wanted to give a highlight. I wanted to highlight those brows. I didn't just want it to be regular, just blend right in. I'm going to highlight the brows. So as y'all can see, I am following what I already did. I'm just tracing what I already did. So her eyebrows were already in a good shape. I didn't have to create my own shape. So when I was filling it in, I followed her shape. When I'm carving out the brows, I'm still following her shape. So as we waiting for me to get to the next step, I'm gonna just tell y'all a little bit about me. My name is Tamir, aka That Little Makeup Girl, which is my Instagram name. That is what I go by for my brand. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I've been doing makeup since I was about 13 years old, but this is my first year doing it full time. So I would say that I'm very experienced and I know a thing or two. I knew that I wanted to be a makeup artist as early as 9 years old. I used to play in my aunt's makeup, and I used to just draw on my face with anything I could find. Face paint, real makeup, it didn't matter. Back to the video. I applied some more products, and look at me, y'all. Look. I am shaking. I think it was that dog. I think it was a dog in my suite this day, y'all. I think that dog shifted my camera. Look at my BDBs, y'all. This is crazy. Missing lashes. Come on. This is the real uncut tea of trying to film content. It is not all glitz and glam. It is so hard. Look at her. She's laughing. Because I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even think the camera was on her anymore. I was so nervous. But anyways, I'm back to carving out the brows, following the shape that I already had. Now, a tip for doing eyebrows. You see where I'm at right now? You're going to stop there. If you want to have a highlighted brow, you are going to use your lightest color from there on down. You're going to stop right there. The front should be a color that is closer to your skin tone. So I'm not sure if you could really see on camera, but I put caramel by itself in the front of her brows because that is how you're going to get a flawless blend. I'm an eyebrow perfectionist. So as I was doing the bottom, I'm now going to the top and I'm just going to reinforce that line. I'm going to reinforce that color. I'm going to actually put a little bit more pressure than I did before. I'm going to darken it a little bit because it can get lost sometimes when you start to carve out the top of the brow. To avoid having that white ghostly flashback when you take your pictures, you're going to use a concealer or a foundation for the top of the brows that is your client's skin tone. So I wanted to show y'all the real. I accidentally went too far down with my brush, but it's okay because it's makeup, which means we can fix it. I'm gonna just get a piece of tissue and lightly wipe off that concealer, lightly wipe it off, and then all I'm gonna do is just take my eyebrow pencil and fill it back in where I messed up at. You still see the shape of the brow, so just fill that right back in and you back in the game. I felt as if the end of my brow was a little too light, and since I want my brows to be bold mixed with soft, I'm just going to put more pressure, and as you can see, I put more pressure and I made it darker. Then I'm just going to go right back in with carving out the top of the brow. If you are a makeup artist, then you know these swoops are killers, okay? Like, these swoops are our biggest enemies. I had to lift it up. Sorry, baby. I had to lift it up. These eyebrows took me a little while because of that swoop, but it's nothing that you cannot do. So, here I am, and what I said, make the well, first of all, let me address the baby hairs real quick. I wiped her baby hairs off at the end, so please don't attack me talking about I got makeup on her baby hairs. Don't come to me with them low baby hairs, all right? Don't do it. I gotta carve out these brows. You can with the swoop, the low baby hairs, baby. It was bound to happen. But I'm gonna definitely make sure that I clean up her hair afterwards, of course. I'm not gonna send my girl outside like that. But I'm just taking my Real Technique brush, and I'm really not sure the number of the brush, but this is my favorite brand of brushes. So I'm just taking my Real Technique brush and I'm just tapping. I'm not swiping. I am tapping the product into her skin. You see how I use caramel at the top, and it is blending real nice. It is not as light as under her brows are because it's not supposed to be. Caramel is blending real good with her skin color. So I'm just tapping into the skin, tapping the product into the skin. You do not want to swipe because you will be picking up the product instead of blending it out, and you will be leaving streaks in the makeup. You do not want to do that. You want to tap lightly. I also connect the two fronts so that I can make sure that my eyebrows are measured correctly and that they are the same size. That is another tip that y'all can use. Connect the line to the front of the brows. Give your client a unibrow. Everything that I'm going to be doing here on out is just cleaning up the brows, making sure that concealer is blended. I am doing a full face of makeup, so the top doesn't have to be completely blended out because foundation is going over that. But yeah, I'm just cleaning up the brow look. See, I saw something I didn't like. I needed to fix it. I went back to the top and I fixed it. I'm just doing some more cleaning up, some more blending. I cannot leave my girl with that unibrow. So I'm going to start blending the middle. Look at it, y'all. Look. I kept it light in the front of the brow for that reason, so that when I blend it out, it gives ombre. It is not bold in the front of the brow, and it is not too harsh. It is ombre, light to dark. It's a smooth transition. Since everything is blended to my liking, I am just going to set the lids with some translucent powder, and that actually concludes my eyebrow tutorial, y'all. This is the completed look. This is the eyebrows once everything is done. Thank you guys for tuning into my video. This is my first one again, so there will be plenty more to come. Those brows are good. I don't play about no eyebrows. But thank you guys for tuning into my video. Please ask me any questions, any concerns, anything in the comments. Please ask me. And also follow me on Instagram because that is where I post daily. So never be shy to reach out. I will answer any question that you guys have. And again, I just want to thank y'all for tuning into my first